Hello, my name is Jackie Chapman. I'm from the Floristry department at Hugh Baird College. Today we're in L20 Flowers and I'm going to show you how to make the perfect door wreath for Christmas. The items that you will need to make your holly wreath is a selection of real wires, some moss and a wire frame, some mossing pins and wreath wrap, selection of decorative materials, some sharp scissors, selection of stub wires, some decorative ribbon to add a bow, and a selection of different mixed green foliages, including some holly and spruce and some cupress to give a different texture and shades of green. You start using your real wire and attaching it onto your wire wreath frame, cutting off any excess wire and making sure that's tight and secure. Take a selection of moss into nice firm bundles and bind it on using the wreath wire, pulling it tight so it remains firm. What you're looking at doing is keep on adding until the whole wreath frame is completely filled up with a nice even consistency and an even depth all the way around. Using your scissors, trim off any excess straggly bits of moss so that you've got a nice even base. So you're going to use your wreath wrap and some moss and pins, turn your wreath frame over and working on the reverse side. Cover the whole of the base using the wreath wrap, securing with a moss and pin. To start off, fold it over and pin it into the centre of the base. Using 2 pins, pulling the wreath wrap tight, crisscross all the way around until the whole of the wreath base is completely covered. Using the foliage that you've gathered, cut into suitable size pieces to be placed around the outside edge. Using stub wire of a 90 gauge, wrapping it around, making sure that it's nice and tight and firm and secure and it's going to hold your foliage. Prepare all of your foliage before you start into small bunches. And you're going to mix your foliage as you go. Mixing the shades of green, mixing the textures from the matte spruce to the shiny holly, until the whole of the wreath ring is completely full and you're happy with the desired effect and depth of foliage. Any long wires trim off, push in a reverse angle and back on itself, pushing it in firmly into the moss. Selecting your ribbon of your choice, you're going to make a bow. Starting off with a long tail to drop down at the bottom. Gather it in and make a loop. Continue making loops on either side of equal size. The wire edge ribbon is great because you can pinch it in and it will hold its shape. Trim the edges of your ribbon into equal lengths. To secure the bow into the wreath frame, you're pushing it directly through the foliage, through the moss, through to the other side, pulling the wires through and tight and pushing the sharp edges back into the moss. So finish your bow until you're happy with the overall look and position. You can continue to add a smaller bow to the top of the moss using the same method, a smaller tail and just single loops on either side. Your additional decorative items, before you finally put them into the place, position them around your wreath, ensuring a good overall equal spread of colour to your desired effect, choosing to have them singly or grouped. Extra materials, extra textures and extra foliage can be added to give a decorative finish. Adding the 90 gauge stub wire to the bottom of any extra pieces that you wish to add in. All additional materials and decorative items will be added in the same way, pushing through the foliage, through the moss to the reverse of the wreath ring, and then the sharp wire pushed back into the moss. Use the scissors to get that tight bend if needed. To finish off, using a 90 gauge stub wire, add a hook at the top. So find the position of the top bow and the wire frame, making sure that sharp wires again are pushed into the moss, and make a loop to attach onto your door hanger. Here is your finished wreath ready to hang on your front door. I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas from L20 Flowers.